Hi everyone, it's Taylor here. Today I'm going to introduce you to the 5 newest colors of blender brushes at Tailored Expressions. These pastel handles will give you something to use with your lighter colored inks, and we're excited to introduce a tool tray as a desktop storage option for storing your blender brushes and several of your other crafty items. It fits everything from paint brushes to colored pencils to scissors, water brushes, and blender brushes. To give the pastel brushes a proper introduction, I'll be using them to create this pretty pastel card on today's video. I'll be using the You Make My Heart Soar stamp set with the coordinating die set. We'll be using the hot air balloon bucket. I also have the Hello Sentiment from Farmhouse Sentiments clear set, the Accordion Heart die set along with the mini slim stitched rectangle stacklets, and one of our newest stencils called Pretty Petals. I have my Copic markers for coloring the image, and I'll be stamping the images in Oreo ink and blending with my new blender brushes and several different colors of ink: strawberry milkshake, peaches and cream, potato chip, mint julep, saltwater taffy, sprinkles, and lavender glaze. So let's get started and take a look at these blender brushes. I'm taking them out of the package, and you can see there are 5 different colored pastel handles. They're the same size brush head as our other brushes and feature our beautiful soft white bristles. You can see that create detailing across the handle as well. We also have our tool tray, which is a new desktop storage option. You can fit your blender brushes inside, but it also stores many other small tools to keep on your desktop for easy access. We're also offering our tools tray stickers to decorate your tool tray however you'd like. I'm showing you how scissors, paintbrushes, my Embelly Jelly pick and place tool, and my die pick all fit easily. You can also try colored pencils and other brushes, etc. So let's get started on that card. I know I'm going to cut this out with the mini slim stacklets, so I have a larger piece of paper, and I'm just going to do the blending on the bottom portion of that piece of sugar cube cardstock. I'm starting with the saltwater taffy ink, which is a very light blue, and just adding those pieces throughout the background, and then I'm going to come in with a little bit darker blue. So I've grabbed my original blender brush, the teal from the original set, to add this darker color sprinkles throughout the background as well. So I get some dimension and movement by using 2 different colors on that Pretty Petals stencil. Now I have my mini slim rectangle that I'm cutting out the pattern with, and I'll use that on the background of the project. Now I've picked out an array of pastel colors, and I'm going to cut the accordion heart once from each color of cardstock. I have strawberry milkshake, peaches and cream, potato chip, mint julep, saltwater taffy, and lavender glaze. I'll be using my small sidekick machine to cut those out, just running them through, like I said, once for each color. To give these a little bit of extra dimension, I am also going to add some blending to the hearts. So I've grabbed the coordinating color of ink for each of the pieces of cardstock, and I'm just going to blend around the edges to add a little bit of a darker detail that will give some dimension to our final piece that we're putting together. Now this works great tone on tone with the ink and the cardstock being the exact same color, allows you just that little bit of extra dimension without going too dark with a coordinating darker color of ink. So after we've blended on all of the hearts, you can see the dimension there. You can also see the score line down the center of each of these hearts. So I'm just folding them on that score line so that I have 6 different hearts. And now I'm going to piece those together, adding adhesive to the side of each heart and then placing the next one in rainbow order. So I have pink, orange, yellow, green, then we'll do the blue, and I'm just adhering these with my Scotch tape runner, so you don't need anything super stiff or sturdy for adhesive, and I would not recommend a liquid glue because it's just going to get all over your fingers as you're doing this. So once we have this put together, you can see I have this cute 3-dimensional rainbow heart piece, and I'm going to adhere that down to the scalloped piece that I cut from sugar cube cardstock. It fits perfectly inside there, just making sure you arrange it so that it is perfectly centered within that scalloped heart. Now this is going to create the top for our hot air balloon. So next I'm going to grab the hot air balloon stamp and stamp that onto a scrap of sugar cube cardstock with the Oreo ink. I'll die cut that with the coordinating die using my Sidekick machine, and then I can set those two pieces aside and begin on the card base. To match the rainbow heart, I wanted to add a rainbow detailing across the outer border of my card base. This is a mini slim card base, so it's size 3.5 by 6, and I'm using all of those same colors of ink to add a rainbow border around the outside. I've started in both the upper left and bottom right corner with the strawberry milkshake, and then continued with the peaches and cream, potato chip, mint julep, and then finishing with the saltwater taffy and lavender glaze inks. So we should have a nice rainbow border all the way around the outside. I'm staying out of the center of the card base because I know I'm going to cover that up with the pretty petals piece that we stenciled earlier. Now I'm going to come back to the basket image and color it with my Copic markers. I have R83 for the pink. For the teal, I'm using BG10 and BG11. Then I have E31, E33, and E55 for the wicker basket portion of the image. I can roughly place that image onto the mini slim piece just so that I can put my sentiment in about the right spot. I'll be stamping that with the Oreo ink, making sure I have my black mouse pad inside since this is a clear stamp, and then I can go ahead and adhere the elements to the front of the card. I'm adhering the basket of the hot air balloon first, and then using adhesive on the back of that scalloped heart to adhere the top of the hot air balloon. Now this piece can be adhered to the card base with the rainbow border, using again just that Scotch tape runner. And once that's finished, the card is all done. It was really simple to create, and I love that 3D element. I hope you'll give this a try using the images from the You Make My Heart Soar stamp set, and check out our new pastel blender brushes and tool tray at tailoredexpressions.com.